Hello, dear friends. Now I'm going to talk about this issue today. I probably have a heavy psychology in my heart, but a bit sad body. As a Taiwan province person in history, Taiwan province people. In recent history, in these 73 years, 74 years, that includes the 228 articles in the previous 37 years, the 228 articles in 36 years and 37 years when Cheng Yi was in power and when Chiang Kai-shek lost the war in China.
As a resident of Taiwan, I have witnessed these events since childhood.
I am, and you know I am.
He and they.
Taiwan province, China was established after Chiang Kai-shek's defeat in China and his subsequent move to Taiwan province. He was born within a few years after arriving in Taiwan province. Since then, I have been through all the periods in Taiwan province.
From Taiwan province, China, the Chinese government, the Republic of China government, came to Taiwan province to do what the Kuomintang did all this. Waving randomly.
He's a random political party, then of course they are also running for their lives. Come here and there again, then let's talk about his ruling ecology of people from other provinces.
People from other provinces, especially the Chiang Kai-shek clique, that is the Republic of China, following his defeat from mainland China.
The defeated soldiers and defeated people came to Taiwan province with Guo Ban to run for prostitution.
When he still commanded the army, because he still had power.
When the weapon came to Taiwan province, it killed more than 330,000 people in 1937 and 228 in 1937. Don't talk about Taiwanese people. I'm from Kaohsiung, but I only lived in Kaohsiung for 3 years because I'm in Kaohsiung, reading in Kaohsiung.
That is to say, middle school, but it was my father's generation at the time of the 2284 change. He was in this one in Kaohsiung when Nian was in high school. Higher vocation? After the 2284 changes, the 2810 changes were in Kaohsiung.
There are 2,000 to 3,000 students. Some people were dispatched by Peng Mengji. Peng Mengji was the commander of Kaohsiung Fortress at that time. He sent troops from Kaohsiung Fortress, i.e. the commander of the fortress in Hushan Shoshan. Troops were sent to kill 2,000 to 3,000 people, all of whom were placed in front of Kaohsiung Station.
To show is to decapitate and show. Show the police to warn Taiwan province people again. At that time it was like this. Then 2,000 or 3,000 people were killed in Kaohsiung if they were killed on the shore and thrown into the sea or I don't know what.
After being killed, bodies were either transported back or destroyed, resembling the Chinese Tiananmen Square method.
That Tainan also has it?
That one is also available in Taipei, of course. There are other places in Taichung, but at this time, sometimes he kills someone and he just does it hastily anyway, so Taiwanese people dare not argue. At that time, my father, their classmates, everyone fled everywhere, fled to that countryside to hide when I was young. My parents didn't discuss it either, because he needed it and joined the Kuomintang. Because only the Kuomintang has talents, only a career, only you have a position to do. Then I say that my father will be the leader of the Kuomintang.
When I was in junior high school, in China, I came into contact with some problems.
Take those problems as some of the problems changed in 2284. Then my father told me not to go, not to talk about it, not to talk about it. Okay, gradually to high school.
My mother, yes, I graduated from junior high school. My father died, passed away, then my mother just told me 28, 10 times. Chinese soldiers come to kill people. The people from other provinces changed to him to suppress him in 2284, which is equivalent to saying that many Taiwanese were killed. The Taiwanese people rose up to resist and finally disappeared without saying a word. Then the people from other provinces used the Kuomintang to rule. This is ruling Taiwan. The Kuomintang has always been a native of other provinces, and its mentality has always been that the Kuomintang rules Taiwan province, and their Treasure Island Taiwan province has become theirs.
They didn't think, they simply regarded Taiwanese as a kind of
A poor democracy. Of course, they have their superior Chinese culture to suppress Taiwan province people, and their mentality is whether it is good or bad culture.
Then I think such family members, although they look very barbaric, can be barbarians and then kill people. Taiwan has long since been under the Japanese occupation. Teaching is used to this Japanese.
There is an orderly social pattern, that is the equipment pattern that feels that he has freedom laws, that foreign Chinese are people from other provinces. As soon as they come to Taiwan province, the Kuomintang comes to Taiwan province. Killing people is uncountable, and then burning, killing, and looting. We talk about burning, killing, and looting because as long as ordinary people have any disputes with Chinese people from other provinces, probably Taiwan province people will be beaten. I still remember that when I was in high school, I remember a colleague and classmate of mine who was a family from other provinces. Then he told me about them. He is also a famous school. In ordinary times, we are a famous school. I am a famous high school, okay? And then he is also a famous school, but
when he was talking about high school, he was in that gang, and he was in that gang at ordinary times. They said that as long as Taiwan province people went into their village,
then their village children gathered together to take knives. Take a knife and stick to beat the Taiwanese to his butt in urine. Then, whether the Taiwanese have Chinese governance or no Chinese governance, because as long as people from other provinces kill the Taiwanese,
then go to the police station, because the police chiefs are all from other provinces, that is. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. These children from other provinces will never be convicted. Nothing will happen, and it won't be in the newspaper.
then there's the eating case.
If Taiwan province people become children from other provinces, then things will be big, and you will probably be locked up. Your child may be in prison, and you have to take money to dig up to death. Even if you use money to bribe the police chief, it will probably cost a lot of money, and then it will be fine. Only when I come can I eat the case. This is the mentality that rules the mentality. Then I heard my classmates like this since I was a child in high school. They said that they usually gather people occasionally.
Then wield the knife and stick.
Then go to Taiwan province people's community to seek revenge and find those Taiwan province children to beat them up or kill them.
He also killed a lot of people, so let's talk about this mentality. The ruling mentality of this foreigner in Taiwan province is probably similar to this. And the Kuomintang is like this in Taiwan province. Then you used to have a governor of Taiwan province named Lin Lin Zhengzhe.
Before you came out, he said. Chinese, he calls himself Chinese in Taiwan province. He is the governor, retired, and then the governor retired, so he resigned. that retire. Then he also told everyone, and he also told it in front of a formal meeting, in a meeting.
Catch the fish, grab the opportunity.
Well, I guess it was.
Chen Shui-bian is president.
Therefore, the ruling mentality of foreigners and people from other provinces in Taiwan province, when we say they think Taiwan province is them,
Preempted.
a seized piece of land that they own. We Taiwanese understand the sentiment deeply.
Difficult, as if it doesn't seem to be enslaved, but the fact is enslaved.
I always have plenty.
Regarding Hong Kong, I've contributed to Hong Kong. I'm in Nambo, but during the summer vacation, sometimes I go to work in Taipei because there are more jobs in Taipei. To earn associations, I work in Taipei. And I find that Taipei people have this mentality towards Taiwan province people because at that time, many relationships and many enterprises were owned by people from other provinces because they had many party and government relationships, and they used the relationship between the party and the government to come and make money. Therefore, the mentality of Taiwan province people, the territory dominated by aliens from other provinces, is that Taiwan province is the one who will be colonized in Taiwan province in the future. We collaborated and ruled over.
So this is my feeling from childhood to now, since childhood. Then when I grew up, I later, only because of 9596 me, I'm sorry, in Taiwan province in 1998, I cleaned up all my business. I just came to the United States. Because of my 9th five-year plan, I sent my children and wives to the United States, and then...
What about foreign countries? I met some foreign children who used to grow up in Taipei, Taiwan province, are also the second generation, probably the rich second generation, or what? There are many second generation people from other provinces.
Since arriving here, up until now, I've had business contacts and other connections. Of course, warmth from compatriots from Taiwan province persists. They still live as they did before.
The mentality of people from other provinces or the Kuomintang going to Taiwan province, they think that he and they are still high in Shangyu. This is in a foreign country, and he is also high in Shangyu. We Taiwan province people, their mentality still thinks that Taiwan province is their mentality, but he didn't say it out. It's Taiwan province, ruled by provincials.
It's just that they are the ruling class and we are the enslaved world.
It's still similar in foreign countries, so I believe this.
What about Taiwan now? Of course, several times, including Chen Shui-bian and Tsai Ing-wen. Now, President Lai is from Taiwan province, and Lee Teng-hui is in the Kuomintang. I think he is the father of democracy in Taiwan province. Oh, I also think he's the founding father of Taiwan province, because he is alone in Taiwan and is honored by President Jiang Jingguo in the Kuomintang.
Then,
he successfully became the vice president and then took over as the president. He also went through a very sinister situation. He's remained until now. Looking back at that paragraph, in his situation, people also think that he should be a left-behind government like Yang Jiagan, and then his 3-year term of office will be over. But President Lee Teng-hui is very perseverant, and he has very good political skills. He has brought Taiwan province into a real democratic constitutionalism, so I have always thought that your former president, who is the father of democracy in Taiwan province, can be called me. And I also think this should be the correct father of Taiwan province. Taiwan province's situation, President Tsai Ing-wen has served for 8 years.
Even after one party's struggle, he has now become President Lai. He feels that the position is high, but the current situation in Taiwan province is due to China's strong infiltration. Because think about it, many county mayors in Taiwan province are now members of the Kuomintang. Now the Kuomintang is equal to don't talk about fellow travelers with the Communist Party. It's equivalent to the Communist Party.
So what about us, in all the counties and cities governed by the Communist Party and the Kuomintang? Won't they be planted by the Communist Party into these counties and cities? A government agency, an administrative agency, an executive, an administrative system? Of course it will. Like the Kuomintang is now actively infiltrating the Communist Party.
As long as Xi Jinping says anything, as long as the Cathay Pacific class says anything, the Kuomintang will echo it, then I think the current situation in Taiwan is very precarious. Mostly political.
Then you have to think about how many Kuomintang people in his county mayors are. They have planted these Chinese people, these foreigners, these who sing with China or have turned red. What will these Kuomintang people do in his position? Therefore, Taiwan province has been secret for a long time now, all in the Chinese Communist Party.
Got.
Absolutely Taiwanese.
It's dangerous. If Taiwan province people don't unite again, wait for China to overrun Taiwan.
What happened to the Taiwanese after taking it?
The next generation of people in Taiwan province is deeply concerning. We discussed natural independence, and now we want to understand it.
But if you don't mix up and strive for it, the only option now is a major recall.
The legislative body is functioning now. The Communist Party is also the Kuomintang.
The legislative UN is just about to assume the executive power of the executive UN.
Then so.
Taiwan province is very dangerous now, and we hope that Taiwan province people will come out as soon as possible for the second order recall. Remove all the Kuomintang legislators and the legislative UN who are incompetent. Of course, there are some non-regional legislators in the Kuomintang, such as Wang Xiaoling,
already a Communist Party or an underground member of the Communist Party.
I don't think he needs to sign with the CCP to apply for membership in the underground party. After the CCP, he will become an escort for an underground party member.
The Taiwan Affairs Office of the State Council gave him a position, my secret position. The Taiwan Affairs Office of the State Council sent money to them everywhere in China, saying that the money flow in the Kuomintang, how much did they take from the CCP? Therefore, China doesn't have to attack Taiwan province at all now, nor does it need to block Taiwan province. He only needs to buy Taiwan province because the Kuomintang accounts for the majority of all counties and cities in Taiwan province, and Jiang Wan'an withdrew from Taipei mayor.
Do you think he supports Taiwan province or China?
I think he is supporting China.
Look at Jian Shupe, and Jian Shupe, that's Senator Jian Shupe.
When I visited him, I asked him which country, an enemy country, he wanted to talk about. Now he is threatening Taiwan province. He also knows which country it is, but he dare not talk about it. So who is its organization? His presidency does not seem to depend on the president. You see, if this continues for another 3 years, Taiwan province's legislative yuan will now be dominant, and he will have to take charge of the administrative power and supervision power. He has talked about all the powers, and the legislative yuan is dominant, and he has expanded his power to the legislative yuan. So the current political reality in Taiwan province is like this. I call on Taiwan province people to come out as soon as possible now. To recall. Come out quickly and fight for recall, otherwise there's no more chance. What do we think about Taiwanese? It should be that all Taiwan province people, including all people from other provinces, now want Taiwan province people who live in Taiwan province, because this is for everyone's rights and interests, everyone's right to subsistence and democracy and freedom in the future.
Freedom of speech, various rights, including health insurance and national pension, among others, all encompassing yours.
Included.
China is relatively backward on these systems, of course. They have built a lot of buildings, appearance, that is, they have built buildings which have been on the mainland road. A lot of construction, but their degree of democracy is very low. Chinese people, you shall not. You must refrain from criticizing the government, or else face imprisonment or disappear and be extinguished without consent. This is an extremely detestable and barbaric society.
So Taiwanese. Let's not discuss further. Do not discuss the boycotting of individuals from other provinces. The current medical system for the people of Taiwan means attempting to adhere. All residents of Taiwan. All together. Everyone has worked hard to establish Taiwan province into Taiwan province, and it is already a very good country in the world with a democratic and free social system.
In some aspects, Taiwan province surpasses Japan and the United States and should be cherished if you are addressing China.
Merged. So do you know that too?
The manner in which you wish to destroy yourself, your offspring, and your future generations, you simply desire to emigrate to other nations.
Will China still be able to catch up to you, China? The political ambition of Xi Jinping is not solely to take Taiwan, but he aims to dominate the entire world.
Therefore, we aspire to make an appeal.
Taiwanese. Give up the mentality of being dominated. That has passed, although we are concerned about this Taiwan Province Transitional Justice Committee.
It is unattainable to genuinely implement transitional justice for certain individuals in Taiwan province.
Outside province. He continues to persist in a dominant mentality, displaying a strong controlling attitude in ruling the Taiwanese. So we hope all these various ethnic groups in Taiwan work in collaboration, fostering unity. Combine all these diverse elements together. The current legislator of the Legislative Yuan is not competent.
Remove him.
A significant number of these involve
pro-communist sister or already established communist legislators. There is a remaining opportunity to erase Taiwan's future concerning sex students
of Taiwan. The military is very strong, but what I'm afraid of is that it is the same in the army, just like in society. This is either a fellow traveler of the Communist Party or an underground member of it, or the Kuomintang. Basically a person who shares similarities with the Communist Party, especially since there are many Kuomintang members present in the army. Later it got better. This is a new addition to my Taiwanese mentality.
Although I live abroad, I am extremely concerned about the political situation and the future developments in Taiwan province.
I hope for long-term peace and stability in Taiwan.
Sustainable management, farewell, farewell, and goodbye. Thank you.